Ladies and gentlemen, the Buffalo Sabres have finally done it. Franchise center Jack Eichel has been traded to the Vegas Golden Knights in exchange for a 2021 or 2022 first, 2023 second, forward Alex Tuch, and forward Peyton Krebs. In return, the Vegas Golden Knights get Jack Eichel and a 2023 third round pick. So that is your trade. That is what the hype was this morning. That's what everybody's been talking about in the hockey world. Jack Eichel, the whole saga is finally over, which honestly, it's a major relief for all parties involved. That is Sabres fans, Sabres management, Jack Eichel, and the Vegas Golden Knights, who really, they really needed another elite center. They already had William Karlsson, who is out for injury for a long time. Jack Eichel, of course, can be out for another 3 to 5 months, but that Vegas roster is looking even more loaded now. If they don't win a cup in the next 2 years, holy, that's hugely disappointing. But Jack Eichel has finally been traded. He will be able to get that disc replacement surgery that he wanted. Vegas will allow that to happen. And good for him on that front. Good for the Sabres actually on this trade. I didn't think they would get more than a bag of pucks for Jack Eichel. He may not return to his full potential. He has had injury concerns, has had character concerns. And the fact that the Sabres managed to get another first-round pick, another second-round pick, a top-tier prospect. I was hesitating a little bit, but now I'm assured he's a top-tier prospect and a solid middle six winger in Alex Tuch, who is also from Syracuse, by the way. Fun fact, he's from Syracuse and it was a boyhood Sabres fan. So, yay! All of this trade really ends what we've been talking about since the end of March, and that was a potential Eichel trade. It's all finally over. Oh my gosh. Now the Sabres can move past this whole drama, all of this saga, the blackmailing, the blackballing, the nastiness surrounding this whole entire situation. I've seen a lot of things been said about Eichel from Buffalo media and Buffalo fans. Some of it warranted, some of it not. And now that it's finally over, I think we can all agree, whether you like this trade or dislike this trade needed to happen. It finally did happen. And for that, I'm just grateful. I'm grateful that this finally happened. Everybody needed this. Now, in terms of actual quality, substance that was acquired by the Sabres in this trade, really, both of these players that the Sabres got right now are able to play this season. Alex Tuch, we probably won't be seeing him until February or later. I would say after the Olympics in February, that whole break, we will see him maybe afterwards. Peyton Krebs, maybe as soon as Saturday night against the Detroit Red Wings. Who knows? But I like this trade in terms of a Sabres standpoint. You got a couple more draft picks. You got a player that wants to be here. 2 players, actually, that wants to be here. Peyton Krebs is going to get a fresh opportunity to cement himself as an NHL-level player. He hasn't been able to get that chance with the Vegas Golden Knights. Hopefully, he's able to capitalize on that here. And I've seen some people compare this to the Ryan O'Reilly trade, and maybe that turns out to be true. But the big difference between that and this is that Patrick Berglund never wanted to be in Buffalo. He was acquired, of course, in that O'Reilly trade. He had his contract terminated shortly after arriving in Buffalo. He really never wanted to be in Buffalo. Alex Tuch, there's a certain excitement. He was a boyhood Sabres fan, as I previously mentioned. He brings a certain element to the locker room that I don't think many players can, and that's a lot of positivity, a lot of energy, and someone that really wants to capitalize on his opportunity with a new team, like the Buffalo Sabres. And of course, Peyton Krebs, I just talked about him. He is going to get a new, fresh opportunity. And one of the big things that Kevin Adams stressed is building a culture here in Buffalo. Building a culture of players that actually want to play, of coaches that actually want to coach here in Buffalo, and they're just not using it for their own self-interest. And we've seen a lot of that over the last 5-6 years. We saw that in the last core that the Tim Murray, the last couple regimes assembled. A lot of players looking for the buck, but not really anything else. It's important for the Sabres to change how they do that. Change the ways they've been going at playing hockey, at managing a sports organization. Because they've been doing it all wrong for the last decade. And I feel that with this trade, it's signaling a big message. That if you want to play in Buffalo, you will come to Buffalo and we will get you and we will build a culture around you. That is hugely important for the Sabres moving forward. And with this Eichel trade, the Sabres do not have any players besides Jeff Skinner on the books in the next 2 years or 2 years down the road. So after 2 years, Jeff Skinner is going to be the only player with salary being paid by the Buffalo Sabres. That is huge for a team rebuilding like the Sabres. That means they're not tied to any dead money like the Detroit Red Wings that could have delayed their current rebuild. There won't be delayed by that. They will be jump-started by a bunch of young rookies that are looking to capitalize in the NHL. I would say, let's be honest, it's a bad team. It's going to be a bad organization for a couple more years down the line. Hopefully, in 3 years, we'll see some improvements. But right now, don't hold your hopes up high. But hopefully we see a young revolution for the Sabres. One not filled with terrible Oposo and Molson-like contracts. One filled with Cousins thriving, and Middlestead, and Thompson, and Isaac Rosen, and J.J. Peterka, Jack Quinn, Matthias Samuelsson, Dahlin, all of that. That would be great. And I feel that with this Eichel trade, we unfortunately end the Eichel era here in Buffalo. That it didn't work out. It was an underwhelming era. One filled with a lot of, toxicity. A lot of toxicity in this Jack Eichel era. And now that it's over, the Sabres can move past it. Jack Eichel can move past it. The Sabres fans that are still around can move past it. And hopefully the Sabres can capitalize. I've been saying that a lot in this video, but there's a lot of capitalization that needs to happen here on a lot of fronts. And the Sabres need to do it as well. They need to win back these fans. And I don't think this trade will win back a lot of Sabres fans, but hopefully it can lay the groundwork that can be used eventually to win back the city of Buffalo, who is currently infatuated with the wonderful Buffalo Bills. But now that it's over, I'm happy. I'm happy for Jack Eichel that he gets a new, fresh opportunity. And hopefully we can all just move past this and, be cordial about it. So, if I were to give a grade for this trade, I would give it a B. Now, I don't love it. I don't hate it. I think it's right in the middle. It's okay, and it will serve for the time being. We'll have to see, of course, a couple months down the line, a couple years down the line. We'll get a little more backdropping information about this trade, how it worked out for both teams. But right now, I'm going to give it a B. But without further ado, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, follow the Instagram, and join the BSC Discord. Tell us your thoughts on the new logo, which I kind of like. It's kind of crisp, huh? Yeah, it's pretty cool. Tell us all of that in the comments section. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see y'all in the next video.